How are you feeling today? How has the pandemic impacted you in your business and personal life? I know it's been difficult. It's been difficult for all of us. There's worry about what is going on, how are we going to act, how long will it last, and there's concern about how this is going to impact the family and the business as well as ourselves. How are we going to survive, and what's life going to look like in whatever the future is? Well, guess what? We have a choice in life. We can either have the victor mentality or the victim mentality. I recently was listening to John Maxwell and the topic in his strength talk. It got me to thinking about, am I a victim or a victor? Have you ever thought or looked at yourself and thought about who you are, a victor or a victim? So let us spend a little bit of time talking about what is a victim mentality and what we can do, what we can change to adopt a victor mentality. The victim mentality is the belief that you are helpless against the challenges and anything that happens in your life. Life is predetermined and you have no free will. You cannot change what you believe to be is inevitable. A victim mentality leads to weakness, self-doubt. We think of ourselves as apathetic, a failure, throwing us into a depression. We think of ourselves as inept, we're miserable, we're shameful, and all of a sudden we get into drug abuse and think about how we are inferior to everyone else. We are a victim of our circumstances. On the other hand, the victim mentality is knowing that you are in full control of your life. We welcome the challenges of our lives. We love the opportunity to overcome, and we thrive. A victor mentality leads to a strength. It's a high level of confidence, perseverance, and success. We are bold, we're contented. We lead a life of joy, we exude competence. We have pride, but we're not prideful, and the willpower to achieve a greatness in our life. My name is John Stacy with Catalyst Strategy Consulting. Let us spend a few minutes and talk about 6 things you can do to get rid of that victim mentality and adopt a victor mentality. It's all about changing the way you think about your life. The number one change is life is unfair. The victim says, life is so unfair, woe is me. The victor, though, you can change. I know and understand that life is unfair. That is how nature operates. Stop complaining. The victim, I am so unlucky. Nothing is my fault. I will say, look what others have done to me. All the bad things happen to me. I blame everyone else for my misfortune. But the victor, complaining will not solve my problems. If something bad happened to me, it must have happened to millions of others too. It is how I respond in a positive way when an event happens that will drive my success. Number 3, avoid identity politics. The victim says, there is a glass ceiling preventing my success because I am oppressed. It's not my fault. But the victor, identity politics is a trap. People fall for identity politics because it allows them to blame others for their failures in life. I do not need anybody to tell me whether I am oppressed or not. Number 4 is speak your mind. The victim says, I am scared to voice my controversial opinions because that might be offensive to some people. But the victor, hiding the truth does more harm than good. I will speak my mind no matter what the consequences. Number 5 is adopt a positive frame of mind. The victim says, as an example, I got fired from my job, I am ruined, anything bad that happens to me, and I am ruined. But the victor says, I am in control of my life, I choose to be positive regardless of what happens to me. And number 6, get rid of your limiting beliefs. The victim says, I cannot do something because I am too old, too young, too scared. You really get the message. But the victor says, I can do anything I put my mind to. It is up to me. There is no reason why I cannot do it. We've now spent a few minutes talking about the 6 things that you can change to change from a victim mentality to a victor mentality. It's time to look at your life and decide that you will be the victor, not the victim. I'm including an article that is the 12 signs you have a victim mentality. I thought it would be of significant interest to you. You are in control of your life, not what happens, to you, but how you respond. And thinking about this, you can control your attitude and how you respond to the events in your life. If you want to, go look at my video, and there's a formula called E plus R equals O. And that is the events in our life which we don't control plus the response. Our response to those events equals the outcome that we want to accomplish. You can change from a victim to a victor. It's up to you. I hope this has provided value. My name is John Stacy with Catalyst Strategy Consulting. Please view and subscribe to my videos.